Zoe looked sadly at her son Ben, who, just a few months before, had fallen seriously ill. Ben fought valiantly against the disease, but the treatment had no results. The doctors informed Zoe that there was no chance of recovery for Ben. Still, they insisted on daily treatment at the hospital. Zoe, as a result, grew depressed and confused. Zoe, like any mother, had always wanted her son's dreams to come true as he grew up. But now illness looked as if it was preventing that. That was till one day Zoe glanced over at her weak child, and a plan was born in her heart. She took her son by the hand and asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" "I want to be a firefighter," he replied. Zoe smiled and replied, "We'll see, little one. Maybe your wishes will still come true." Zoe went to her local fire department and met firefighter Lester there. Zoe told him about Ben's last wish and asked him to take her son for a ride in the fire engine around town. Lester was so moved by Ben's story that he replied, barely holding back tears, "No, we'll do better than that. He'll be an honorary fireman for a day. Give us his measurements and we'll make him a real fireman's uniform," he assured Zoe. A few days later, Lester picked up Ben, dressed him in his fireman's uniform, and escorted him from the hospital room to the station, where a hook and a fire escape waited him. Ben was put in the fire truck and helped bring it to the depot. Ben was over the moon. On that special day, Ben's dream came true. He became a firefighter. He even had a real helmet, not a toy one, but one with a fire department emblem. There was 3 fire calls that day, and all 3 times Ben went out with the firefighters. He rode in the fire truck and even in the depot chief's car. Ben felt great love and attention from the people around him. He was so deeply touched that he felt an unprecedented vitality. For the first time, the therapy began to give results. Ben's condition was improving, but slowly. Still, no doctor saw this coming. 3 months later, the doctors finally said that Ben's condition had improved enough that he could be transferred to home treatment. When Ben was discharged from the hospital, all his relatives gathered to support the boy. One nurse remembered the day Ben had spent helping the firefighters. She called the chief and told him the good news. That morning, a fire engine was going through town, with sirens blaring. But there was no fire. The fire department was on its way to the hospital to greet its most honored fighter. Ben witnessed upon his exit a fire truck and a line of firefighters lined up to cheer him on. With Zoe's permission, the firefighters one by one hugged the boy and told him how much they loved him. They all followed Zoe and Ben home, creating a lasting memory Ben would be sure not to forget. Sometimes hopeless situations deprive us of strength, but a touch of kindness and participation can change everything.